reason why we're doing this is because our cousin Lindsey Kirksey is the last of a whole generation, and there's some of our cousins that they don't even know their uncles or their aunts, or they don't know anything about Alabama. And what we want to try to do is at least put something on paper that after they're dead and gone, we'll know that we weren't a family that were nothing, and not that we were so much, but we do have some type of pride and history to us. And so one of the questions I want to ask Uncle is just about how much do you remember about your grandparents? Not your parents, but so much your grandparents.
Well, my mother's father. Yeah, I know him. His name is M.C. Glover.
Oh, okay.
Bishop of Glover was his name.
You said he was a bishop?
Yeah, presiding elder at the Methodist Church.
Okay, all right.
He's in Methodist Church. And I never knew my mother's mother because actually my mother, she died when my mother was just a girl.
Okay.
So I can go back to, I know Willie, the McBrides, right, which consists of Gladys, of Harold, Addie, and Adrean, and Earl McBride, Ian McBride. That's on one of my mother's sisters. Those are Willie Mae kids.
So she had 4.
She has 5.
5, okay.
Yeah, she has 5. She has 3 boys and 3 girls.
Okay.
And that's on that's my mother's baby sister. That's Willie Mae McBride. She's dead.
Okay.
Now you got to come back to Tie-Dye. Well, his name was Theodore Glover, but his nickname was Tie-Dye.
All right.
That is cousin. That's Walter. That's my cousin Walter, the one that here in New York. That's his father.
Now, is there any story on how he got a nickname like Tie-Dye?
Well, it's come up from during Alabama time. During time you come up, that's what the common thing. Everybody gave everybody a nickname.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Well, during that time, you were known by your nickname. Just like your nickname, Rabbit.
Right, yeah.
Most so by Rabbit.
Right.
Then you by Gerald.
That's right. That's true.
Most people don't, down there.
Right.
The people that you deal with here know more about Gerald. They would know if I said Rabbit, they would know what we're talking about.
Right, okay. And that's the same way with them.
Yeah, the same way with them. So actually, that you never saw him use your name until business transactions. So actually, that his name was Theodore Glover was his name, but his nickname was Tie-Dye. Okay. Now he had one son that lived out there in California, in L.A. Name is Melvin Glover.
All right.
We call him P.O.
All right.
You have one brother. You have one son that lives here in New York. We call big brother. His name is Walter Glover.
Right.
See, now P.O. is married to a girl by the name of Grace. They have a family out in L.A. out there.
Okay.
Walter has a family here. His wife's name is Naomi.
Right.
He had 5 kids.
5 kids, right.
Okay. Now we're coming down now to us now, the ones that are here in New York. Here's my sister Jessie.
Okay, let me ask you just another question once again about your grandfather. Where did they live at?
They lived in Montgomery.
Okay, do you know where?
In Prattville.
Okay. Is that
It's right out from Montgomery.
Like a county?
Yeah, a little county.
Okay, Prattville. The organization you said was Methodist.
Yeah.
Do you know? AME Zion, okay. Now, he had a church?
Well, then actually he would travel from church to church because he was all around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was a divine yellow that goes all the way around the whole diocese.
Okay. And how many brothers and sisters?
He had 11 brothers.
Woo. Okay.
See, but we never knew them because all of them had died. Sometime we came up to age understanding.
Okay. All of them had died.
All of them had died.
Okay.
And Papa was the last one. Papa had another son named Jenkins.
Okay.
Jenkins' brother, he lived out in California. He lived out in California.
Okay.
Now you have to give an effort of Winston to tell you more about him.
Okay, now you said Jenkins, your grandfather's brother lived in California, not Jenkins, your uncle.
My uncle Jenkins.
Oh, okay. He's in California.
He did. But he has a family out there. You have to get to Winston and talk about that because I don't know about that much. I know that he lived out in California. Okay. And after Winston all of them went out to California and met him out.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Now, as far as, once again, your grandfather, 11 brothers, you didn't know any of them?
No.
Wow, okay. And so then, once again, from that point,
now you come and look back to my family, come back up to mother's family now.
All right.
Which was, Veronica, which was my mother's name. Willie Mae, which was the baby sister name. That was the lady sister going to Johnsie L, which was down New Orleans. That's on Fuji.
Okay.
That's on Fuji side. She can give you more or less a rundown on
how they live.
On them, because that's where they live. They was down there with the what name of it? Trying to think of it. She could get the Fuji. Fuji get y'all because there was a whole different family all together.
Sure. Right. Okay.
Then when we come to Michigan, there was Addie Mae in Michigan, which is Willie's Mae daughter. Gladys in Michigan, which is Willie's Mae daughter. The rest of them is dead. Harold is dead. Adrean is still living. She lives in Atlanta. Oh, all right. I guess you heard your sister talk about there. Adrean. And her son too. So actually, but now that was all of hers, all her boys. She got 3 boys dead. The 3 girls are still living. Okay. Now the 3 girls living is Addie Mae and Adrean. The 3 girls on her side still living. All right. Now you got Tyler. He had about 5 daughters. I think he had 13 children. I think it was 5 and 7. I think it was. Okay. And I think he had 1, 2. 2 is dead. The other name is dead. And Walt is in New York. Earl is in Alabama. Melvin is in Alabama. So the rest of them is down in Alabama. Now you come to Michigan now. You got Airford there. You know about Airford. Right. And we don't have to go into that because that's where you have to get all the information. But we can give you low down on that.
So what about Uncle Napoleon? He only had 1 son?
No, Napoleon had 7 sons. He had 7 kids. Where are they? Montgomery. All of them down in Montgomery.
Only one I ever heard of was Blue.
Blue is in New York City. Okay. See, I think that was next to the baby boy. Okay. What are some of his kids? Well, then, I never knew that. Well, he had the oldest son, his name is, we call him Big Brother. Okay. And I think his name was named after Napoleon Singleton. Then he had Irvin. He had a son named Irvin. Then he had Blue. Okay. Then he had a daughter. Wow. So actually, he had a string around that. I left it when I was young myself. Okay. I don't know the details on it. Right. I left it when I was 17. So okay. So actually, the only thing I can go by is the things that I remember.
So he had 7 kids.
Yeah, I think he had about 7 kids. Okay.
Now your mother had
5 boys and 2 girls. Okay.
Of which I can only think of 5. Okay. So two of them must have died early.
Well, you don't know Willie Fred. That's her daddy. That's her father, Willie Fred.
Well, no, I know Willie Fred, Uncle Winston, right, Uncle Alfred, yourself, my mom, Elnora,
you know,
Uncle Napoleon.
Right, that was all of them.
Okay. But then I mean, your mother had how many brothers and sisters?
My mother, she had, I think it was, she had Johnsie L, right, Mack brother.
Now, see, I don't know him.
Oh, he did. He did.
Okay. See,
that's why I said she had to get all that from New Orleans.
Oh.
He had some kids down in New Orleans down there. Mack had some kids down in New Orleans down there.
And he was a brother?
Yes. And Johnsie L was the 2 down in New Orleans.
Okay, never heard of him.
Well, so you know Mama John. Yes,
well, I know her.
Well, she had 2 kids that always come over. Okay. Come over and cross the river. Okay. Over there. I don't know the name. Jessica tells the name of them. I mean, she knows more about New Orleans than I do. Okay. Right. All of that. I can't. Only thing I know that he had a boy and a girl when the last time I was down in New Orleans.
Mack. Okay. Yeah. Right. And then there's got to be one more sister or brother that I never heard of.
Okay. So actually, the aunt teacher of Jezebel, Lindsey mother.
Oh.
Lindsey.
No.
Well, Jezebel.
And she was a sister.
Yeah, she was a sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. But she had some kids down in New Orleans too. Aldonian, they lived down in New Orleans.
Now I've heard those names before.
Out in the what you call it? Out in the area, what you call it? Down in New Orleans, down there. I know Parish. Okay. Aldonia, yes. Okay. I think she had a couple of kids.
Okay. Now, as far as Mack and Veronia's mother was named
Jezebel.
As far as Mack and Jezebel, where did they fall in line at? Were they older or younger?
Jezebel was the oldest.
Oh, she was the oldest. Okay.
And Mack was the next oldest boy.
Okay.
See?
All right.
And that's the time I was only two. She only had two brothers. Three brothers. Jenkins, Tie-Dye, and Mack.
Right.
And it was Veronica, Willie Mae, and John, and Jezebel.
Seven altogether. Okay. All right. Now, did you all always lived on McKinney Street?
Well, that's because actually that was the original. We all was original from there.
Okay.
Because actually all the three sisters had years ago, before my time, this is what they told me, that I just had a big house. Papa and them had a big house.
Okay.
And it burned down.
Now, on McKinney Street?
Yes,
okay.
The church.
All right, from the church.
That's why you got ESS, all three houses, all three sisters lived together there.
Okay, so there was one huge house?
Yes, and it burned down.
Okay.
And then they built these
three houses.
Yeah, three houses on the lot.
Wow, that must have been a huge house. Okay.
They built the three houses on the lot.
Okay.
See, and that was Jezebel, Willie Mae, and Veronica.
All right.
See, because Johnsie L left and went to New Orleans. Yes, when she started her home down New Orleans.
Okay.
See, and Mack, he went to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jenkins after Jenkins came Tuskegee.
Okay.
After he came to Tuskegee, he left and went to Los Angeles.
All right.
See, so actually that was the end of Jezebel died first, Veronica died second, Johnsie L died, Mack died first.
Mack, okay.
Yes. Then Johnsie L died, then Tie-Dye died,
right.
Then Willie Mae was the last one died.
That's right, yeah. Okay. Right. Now, as far as the church that's across the street, I had heard also some stories that our family helped build that.
Yes. Well, that's actually, that was the biggest one in the church, was the Glover.
Okay. All right.
Yes, the Glovers have built that one.
Okay.
And I don't. Papa never did pass to that church. No, he never did pass to that church. We always had. Then everything else spread out from that.
All right.
And my mother had 5 boys and 2 girls. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It was Napoleon was the first one. Wilbert, which is her father, was the second one.
Right.
Alfred was the third one. Nora was the 4th one.
Right.
Jessie was the 5th one. I was the 6th one.
Mm-hmm.
And Winston was the 7th.
Okay. And you guys always lived next to Aunt Willie Mae?
All 3 of them lived together.
Okay.
All 3, A, B, C, and D. 15 A, B, C, and D.
All right. Now, Jezebel, I know Lindsey. How many other kids did she have?
Jezebel had, I think she had 3.
Okay.
She had, I don't know what she did now, but Pearl.
Okay.
Pearl lived in Pittsburgh.
I've heard her name.
Pearl Mars.
Okay.
Her husband both just died. John, they just died.
Okay. We don't know about their kids either, though.
No, because they only had 1.
Oh, just, okay.
Well, they didn't give you history because she lived out there with them. She lived out there with them in California.
Okay. All right.
P-Bat lived out there in California.
Mm-hmm.
With them, so Winston would tell you all about her. I mean,
okay. So the California connection once again came because Uncle Jenkins went out there.
Basic yes, if you want to go basic yes, but really came about when Alfred went out there. Okay. Because when Alfred went out there, he took Winston with him. Winston went out there shortly after he did.
All right.
Then they began to multiply from there.
Okay.
See, because actually Jenkins never had that much to do with their family.
All right.
I think he had 2 sons.
Right.
And they still live in California, but we don't know who they is.
Okay.
But actually, the California started after Alfred went out there.
Now, what about Detroit? Did that start because of jobs?
Well, Gladys was the first one that migrated to Detroit.
Okay.
See, then she was the foundation. Everybody else came from Gladys.
All right. Right. Mm-hmm.
New York, I was the first.
That's what I was saying.
I was the first one.
Yeah.
Everything else came by me.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
The Daniels came after me.
Right.
The Glovers came. Some of the Glovers came after me.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, as far as once again down south, What about school? What school did you go to?
Well, we went to Georgia. We had Days and Lawns, which was from the first through the sixth.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Lowndes. Went from the 7th to the 8th.
Now these are walkable.
Well, yes, during that time you didn't have no. That's all when you got there.
Okay, all right.
That's all when you got there was walk.
Right.
You had Days and Lawns. You had Lowndes. Then you had Carver, George Washington Carver High.
Okay.
That was the school that we attended.
Right. Okay. Now, once again, and just in going to school, even Tie-Dye's kids, everybody went to the same.
All of us went to that one. All of us went to that school.
Okay. All right. Now, as far as, once again, the church, which was right across the street, what part did the family play in that?
Well, the Lindsey used to be the music, used to be the head of choir director.
Oh, the choir director?
Yeah, Lindsey. Oh, yeah, Lindsey. She run the whole choir.
Oh, okay.
And my mother, she sung in the choir. Jessie L sung in the choir.
All right.
And Willie May sung in the choir when she felt like it. And so Lindsey still known as the choir director there.
Oh my Lord!
He still has a good voice. He has the best voice.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So actually, like I said before, that you would have to try to get in touch with Lindsey. He can give you. He's the only one to give you all the data.
No. Yeah.
Because actually, he's the last one left now.
Mm-hmm.
And he could tell you about this one, that one, and the other. And plus, he had pictures.
Yeah.
A lot of pictures from all when we was coming up, when we was none of the babies.
Right. And I think that's one of the things that we were pondering. It's like his son Junior's lived with. What is he going to do with all that?
Nothing.
Who wants it?
I mean, because actually that, what you're saying now, that most of now the stock is gone.
Yeah.
The stock is gone. Everything y'all know now is what we're telling y'all now.
Right, that's right.
But going back now, y'all start from here. You start from the time that you came here.
Right.
Then your family, your brother's family, look how y'all have increased.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
See, all of these from Jesse's side of the family.
Right.
I have 3 kids myself.
Right.
I have a boy.
Yeah.
I have 1 son and 3 daughters.
Right.
See? Now that is another generation.
That's another generation?
That's another generation.
That's right. Yeah.
Now you take from Winston has 3 boys. That's another generation.
Right.
Edward has 11 to 12.
Right.
That's another. Now that's his all by itself right there.
Right.
You try to follow your line of the girls.
Right.
In Detroit, you got a whole family right there in Detroit you really don't know anything about.
There's no really, you don't know anything
You don't know anything about. I mean, we see them one or two of them every now and then. But I mean, when they come right down, because you never lived there.
Right.
And their whole family tree grew up from that.
Sure.
They got a family tree by themselves.
Right.
You in California out there, what do we know?
Right.
The only thing we know is Caribbean and Preston,
yeah.
And at the end, I mean, it stopped there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It stopped there. The rest of y'all don't know them.
No.
And like you say, this one here, this niece here, I've never seen her. I know the 2 oldest kids because when they lived in Detroit, I actually lived with them. When Peggy and Wilbert lived in Detroit. Okay. They lived in Detroit before they went to California.
All right. How long were they in Detroit?
Oh, then after that, it was in Detroit about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, not long.
No. Well, Wilbert was always in the service. Okay. See, he was always in the service. So actually that, and God always blessed him. He always was a faithful son. Mm-hmm. They used to call him Lion Willie. Exactly. Our mother could tell about him.
That's because he always had something.
He always found favor with people. He had some way that he always could find favor with people. Okay. And next to everybody he met liked him. Oh. And they always elevated him up. They always put him on their shoulder. They lift him up. Right. They had the education, they had the money, they had this, that. They always would push him up. Something about him, he was always able to find favor. Okay. Wow. Yeah, he didn't have to know it. Just get with him. They gonna push him up there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so actually he stayed in the Navy. He stayed in the service while he was in the Navy. Then he went to the Air Force. Okay. Then he went back to the Navy. He stayed in service all his life. Mm-hmm. So actually he left home when he was about 17 himself. Okay. Everybody seems like they left young.
Why, to get out?
That was the moderating period.
Oh.
That was the moderating period.
All right.
Don't forget, you look at what my mother and all of them, what they are talking, they didn't have nothing.
Okay. Right.
You're still under this age.
Okay.
So that's why you got you. When you got old enough to live, then you couldn't make no money.
Right.
Actually, so at that time, segregation was slow to break it down.
Right.
There wasn't no yes sir, no sir, and this going to the back door and this stuff here.
Right.
Once you got begin to get around 17, 18 years old, you know that this little thing goes on, you was gonna die on it.
Okay.
You was in segregation.
Right. All right.
See, so everyone could advance themselves would leave there.
Mm-hmm.
There was no future there during that time. I mean, now it's a lot different now.
Right.
If you got education down there now, that you it's like Georgia. You got more people going back. People live in Georgia.
That's right.
Because Georgia was a hangman state for blacks it was.
Right. Okay.
But now within these modern days, that's a big thing for the blacks now to go back.
Go back.
Yeah. Right. So that's what you look at now. And because actually during that time, a black person didn't have much of a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that you find around here in New York, you can find very few families you can find originally from New York.
Very few, yeah.
The older ones, I mean. The younger ones, yeah, they were born here.
Sure.
The younger ones were born here, but the older ones migrated here.
60 or above, usually.
Yeah.
They haven't lived here.
Yeah.
All right. And reflecting, just like in growing up and stuff, like, where was the place to hang out or where was the place to go?
Well, then, I mean, you had what they call the colored, what we call it, the black neighborhood.
Okay.
Every group has their own neighborhood.
Sure. Even now.
I mean, in Montgomery, you have the black neighborhood.
Okay.
There's always a mama's and papa's store and a juke joint and a beer joint. So actually, that's what you did.
All right. What's some of the streets that you guys know?
Well, in the West End, you had Main Street.
The West End, okay.
The West End, that's where we grew up in.
Okay.
That was just one little section of it.
Okay.
And my father, he was always a railroad man, so we didn't know anything about farming. I mean, he had a little car.
Which is different. You're right. You're right.
Okay. So he was a railroad man. So quite naturally, that all of his time was spent on the railroad. Okay. All right. So, I said at least 15% of the black lived in the West End and worked on the railroad. Okay. If they didn't work as a section hand, which is putting down tracks and stuff like that. They worked in the yard there. And so one job, low-skill jobs, most all your low-skill jobs, courts clean the courts out, stuff like that.
But you wasn't farmers, though.
No, we wasn't farmers.
Okay.
We wasn't farmers.
So, and then not only that, but the Glovers, period, were not farmers.
No. We really didn't because actually, Uncle John, he worked on the railroad. Okay. Oh, yeah, they had little guards and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
We wasn't no farmers.
Okay. All right. So, once again, some of the streets that you used to run on.
Well, all right. So, in the West End, you had Main Street, which was that was the Main Street coming from the town, from the city. Okay. Well, the Main Street coming off the main drag coming into the city. Okay. Then you had Rice Street. Then the next street was McKinley Street. Mm-hmm. Then the next street was McGinney Street. Okay. And the next street was Willow Street. All right. So those were the streets down there that you could operate in.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Then you had Bearmass. That was the next little town, not little town, but the next little community.
What is it? Bearmass?
Bearmass.
Bearmass. Gotcha.
That's when you come off D Street. Okay. And keep straight on out. I'm pretty sure that you remember that.
Nah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember what do you remember about Montgomery?
You can very little other than the church across the street and Willie, Lindsey. That's life, man. That was it. Not going anywhere, definitely.
No, Bearmass was the next little city, little town. Okay. That out from there. That was the walking distance. Okay. So about 5 miles. They had their little community. They had the pool rooms and good joints down there. Also, that was just living quarters. Okay. You had movies there. You had the Rich Theater, you had the Carver Theater. Mm-hmm. Was right in the black neighborhood. That's up on Dade Street when you're going up there now. Okay. In downtown, you had the Peekins and the Rich Theater. Down Alabama State, that we always had a lot of coherence with Alabama State, because Alabama State was going to be a black college at that time.
Right.
And so most of all your black teachers, all your black high school teachers and stuff came out. They came out of Alabama State Teachers College.
Okay.
Because they were affiliated with Tuskegee.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Alabama University now.
That's right, yeah.
See, now the Tuskegee Institute now.
Right.
Tuskegee University.
Yeah, they switched.
And so actually now that, when I was coming up as a kid, that they used to have the blacks have a parade downtown. That was for Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, okay. Right.
And that was Crampton Bowl. Allowed the blacks to play in the bowl game, which is the only time that a black got a chance to play in the bowl game.
Is it against the white folks? Or?
No, they played against, but the white folks turned it over to them.
Oh, okay.
That was their day.
Okay.
The parade was your day. In other words, did nothing parade downtown with all black.
All the black.
All the high school bands and all the Boy Scouts and stuff like that.
Black folks day.
Yeah, that was black folks day in Montgomery during time I was coming on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
See? And that's when you had to keep it there and they would let you play in the best when Alabama State would play against Tuskegee. They would play at Crampton Bowl. You see it now a lot of time now on the football, on the sports now. Crampton Bowl, you have the blue and gray game.
Sure.
Crampton Bowl. That was the bowl that they let the blacks use.
Okay.
On Thanksgiving. That was that Alabama State and Tuskegee would play football. Okay. In the bowl that day.
Now, do you remember Tip?
Tip was our cousin.
No, yeah, who was he?
That was one on my grandfather's side. Okay. Mack Glover's side.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that was on his side. That was one of his brother's children.
Oh, all right.
We know them, but we didn't know Zeke. We didn't know Zeke.
Oh, you didn't know the father?
No, that's what I'm saying now. We know the children. Right. Some of the children, but we didn't know him. Okay. Because by the time we came on scene, remember, I think he was dead at that time.
Oh, okay. So he's a cousin, though?
Yeah, he was, Chip was, he was my uncle. Oh, your uncle? Chip his kids was all first cousins. He was all first and second cousins.
Right, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Chip and Florence was Chip's sister. Chip used to be the shoe shine boy.
I remember, that's what I remember, yeah.
He was handicapped. Right. He was handicapped. Okay. So he used to be the shoe shine. In the neighborhood. Okay. And so actually Lindsey had 3 kids. Lindsey had 3 or 4 kids. Mm-hmm. Junior was born, and he had one back. Then he had Dolores was in Detroit, so I don't know what happened. Okay.
And then I know the 3 boys, like Mike and Mr. Clean. Yeah, I don't even know their real name.
Mike and Mr. Clean.
Right. Okay, all right. Can you tell me a little bit about your mom? What kind of lady was she?
Well, my mother was a very strong woman. She was a very strong woman. Okay. And she was a very, she was outgoing lady. She was always educated. She had a good education. She always read a lot. Okay.
Now, how much education? I mean, not college or anything, but she finished
during that time. But didn't many blacks go to college anyway. Okay. All right. You got a 9th grade education that was equal to a college.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now, there are very few people who went to a college or in a university.
Okay. So, what about? Did she finish high school though?
I don't know. I don't know.
But you said she liked to read. Huh?
Yeah, well, she had a ability to read and stuff like that.
Now, did she get that from her mom or dad or something?
I think that came from her father. Because I think her mother died
oh, that's what you said?
Yeah, okay. Her mother died at a very small age.
But I've seen, I think in Uncle Jenkins' obituary, Miss Harris. So who was Miss Harris?
That lady used to live. That was our neighborhood friend.
Oh.
Lady used to live next to us.
Okay.
Her daughter grew up with Jessie. Jessie used to be good friends. Oh, okay. But TT house was the next house over Harris. Rena Harris.
Oh, okay.
And Rena Harris. Okay. They had a lot of sons, Raleigh, Jeffrey, Noahville. They moved up from the country up into the city. Okay.
So the West End, as rural as it looked, was the city.
So no, we had downtown, but okay. No, we had Maxwell Air Force Base out there. That's one of the biggest things was there.
All right.
Because that was a big Air War College there.
All right.
So actually, that we had places to go. I mean, actually go out there and chat and make money and stuff like go out. There was a lot of soldiers out there during that time that you could go out there and mingle with them. Okay. And they would send buses in town for the girls to go out there on the base out there. Mm-hmm. So Maxwell Air Force Base was the biggest thing in Montgomery at that time.
Okay, but once again, McKinley Street was considered the city, though.
Well, yeah, this was the neighborhood. Okay. This was the neighborhood.
Right, but I'm saying it wasn't like the suburbs.
Yes, it would be some considered of a suburb.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
You want to? No, you had Montgomery City. Montgomery was the big city. That's the capital of Montgomery. That's the capital of Alabama. It's Montgomery.
Right. Okay.
So you had the big city downtown.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. But once again, McKinley Street wasn't in the city. It was more on the outskirts.
Yes, outside.
Okay,
West End.
Oh, that's where you get the West End.
McKinley Street was in the West End.
Okay. See? Right.
Day Street was considered that was a little city. Okay. See, that was out from all these little cities was made up the big town.
Right. Okay.
See, these were what you call the black neighborhoods. These were black neighborhoods. All these were black neighborhoods. Right. See?
Okay. So the white folks mainly lived in the city?
Well, yes. Well, they had their part
of the town.
Of the town. Right. They lived in closer to the city. Okay. So they had their projects. Mm-hmm. Then they had home, but then Montgomery is so big now because you had different types of just like suburbs. You had different suburbs right around the city was made to be.
Right. Okay.
See, well, blacks couldn't live there.
Right.
See, blacks couldn't live there. That's all whites owned it. Okay. They would call it black neighborhood. That's where we come in. Right. The black neighborhood. Okay. See, black and white did not mix at that time.
All right. Now, where Uncle Todd and them lived, is that still considered the West End?
No, that was they used to call that up on Day Street. That was Day Street coming in. Okay. There. All right. So Day Street ran in the heart of the black community up there, and all the rest of these little streets. Well, we had Washington. We had a few parks there. Okay. We had Washington Park. We had Madison Park, and we had so actually, the blacks had their park. Yeah, they had their own nothing. Actually, if we want to go to a park, all these little cities goes out to the park.
Right. Okay. Just like now they all head to Genesee Valley.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was the closest thing to me. Right. But during that time, you didn't have that many cars.
All right. Okay.
See? And so actually, most places that you went was actually walking. Mm-hmm. So you had a bus. That's the same bus, the same Day Street you're talking about now. This is where Parker lady. This was the bus you were riding on. That was the bus. That bus was running down our neighborhood. Okay. And then she had to catch this bus to go out in the suburbs to work for the white folks. Right. Okay. See, this is how the civil rights a movement got started because she refused to give up her seat. Right. She had to come out there working all day.
That same bus.
That's a Day Street bus. Okay. Mm-hmm. But then on the other side, we had blacks live on that side. Mm-hmm. Other side of the city over there. Right. I mean, actually, then you had the blacks live on High Street over there. Mm-hmm. That was a different part. Because actually that's what Alabama State was. So you had blacks live back over that area out there. Well, you had blacks lived all the way around. Okay. You know. Right. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like it is here, like Pittsburgh and Child Line stuff like that. We didn't have that. I mean, actually, the town was broken up in 4 parts. Okay. The north, east, south, and west. Mm-hmm. You was in the west end. All of this considered the west side. Right. People built all these little towns that was in the west end. That's why the west end. That was the west. That was the west. That was the west end you're talking about. Right. Okay. See? Right. So everybody lived this way. He lived in the west end. Yep. Some more lived in north over there by where the college was, over in the north end. Okay. Yeah. And there was no reason to go from one side to the other side because everything just about you needed No, because that's where the college was.
Okay.
Over on the north end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the city situated in the midst of all of this.
And everything
was around the city.
Right.
So what I'm saying now that they had the Benmore Hotel there over on High Street over there, over North Montgomery, they had hotels over there, the college was over there. So actually that they had their own clubs and stuff over there. So if you wanted to go over to their club,
right,
you had to leave out here and go over there to their club. Okay. See, we had churches over here. They had churches out there. Mm-hmm. See, so actually,
but you guys went right across the street.
Yeah, I was across the street. So they went up on Day Street. Okay. They had one up there. Mm-hmm. See, so that's what I'm saying. Now it's all depends on where you live in there. Right. Okay. We had a lot of trains going in and out of it. You had the GM&O, that's what my dad used was the GM&O. Then you had the L&N, you had the Coastline, you had the Western. So you had a lot of trains going, a lot of railroad work was there.
Okay. We were talking about your mom. You said she was a strong lady and liked to read. What else do you remember?
She was a very good traveler. Well, she liked to travel. My dad, he didn't like to travel. So my mother would go from California to Michigan or she would New Orleans, and that's the way we learned how to travel from her, because she would always try to take one of us with her when she went on certain trips. Mm-hmm. So actually that's where we were able to go. Mm-hmm.
What about y'all growing up in one house?
Well,
how many bedrooms is it? It wasn't a big house.
Oh, no, it was 1, 2, 3. Oh, you didn't know it. We had a bedroom and the living room that would turn into a bedroom at night, and we had the hallway that would turn into a bedroom. I mean, that's the living condition. Actually, don't forget, during that time, you was better off during that time. What we had, what most people say, most houses you found shotgun, a room in the kitchen. Okay. Mm-hmm. A room in the kitchen.
But did you own that house or rent it or?
Well, that's what I'm saying now.
Oh, you said they built it.
Yeah, they built it. Yes, because they didn't have no money, so they would go and hawk it. Okay. They would go and hawk it. So yeah.
So what's some like childhood stories you have?
Well, we used to dance. Jessie used to like to dance a lot. Okay. And we used to have sweet shops. There were all these young black kids was hanging out all there. They have ice cream sodas and ice cream and we had a jukebox out there. And now we was out there was going up dancing. Okay. Winston used to be a very good dancer. And Mom used to be a very good dancer during that time.
What about you?
I know this. I was not know that. I don't know. But all of them were good dancers during that time.
Now, was Willie, Fred, and Napoleon all them still around?
No, all of those had left home.
Well, how many years apart are you guys?
Well, all right. The first group, 33, was 2 years apart. Okay. Napoleon was the oldest. Willie Fred was 2. He was 2 years older than Willie Fred. Okay. Willie Fred was 2 years older than Alfred. Alfred was 2 years older than Eleanor. Okay. Eleanor was 3 years. Eleanor was 3 years older than Jessie. Okay. Jess was 3 years older.
Oh, they really spread out. Okay.
And I was 3 years older than Winston.
Okay. So that first set was older brothers and sisters.
Yeah, well, by the time we got old enough, they had left.
Okay.
See, so Napoleon, he went to the Army in 44. He went in the Army. Mm-hmm. Willie Fred, he went in the Navy in 45. Well, in the effort, he left and went to Detroit. Okay. So that left nobody there but just me, Jessie, myself. Although he had got married, she had moved to Warren. Okay. Ohio. So that left nobody home.
And now that's another. Now, how Ohio? I mean, where's the connection there?
Ohio? Yeah, I don't know her. That's second, my older sister.
But did she meet Zeke?
She married him in Montgomery.
Oh, that's okay. So he had people in Montgomery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They live about a place called Lowndes County.
Oh, you know?
Yes, we all know the guy.
Okay. All right.
They live about 50 miles away from us. Okay. And they would move up in the country, move up in the city, as Montgomery was considered a city.
Right, that's what I was saying.
So just like Margaret, you get a good job, that's what they would do when they wanted to leave the farm.
Okay.
They would come up to Montgomery, so he worked in factories and stuff like that.
Right.
And so he married Honora.
Okay.
And then steel mills, and I guess he had some relatives in Ohio.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So they migrated from there. He left there and went to Ohio. Hawaii. And so he sent for her, so her family is in Warren.
Right, yeah.
But they never did because we never had no reunion, no family reunion.
Right.
So we never really got together.
Right.
Even at funeral, all of them didn't show up.
Okay.
So actually that,
now how many kids did Honora have?
I think she had 6, I think she had,
Pat is the only one I know. He's the only one I know.
So she had, Larry was the oldest one.
Okay. Didn't know her.
Lettie was the next one.
Okay.
Then she had 3 girls and 3 boys.
Okay. All right.
And blue, wait a minute, not blue, but I was talking. Cootie was the third one.
Okay.
So all of those still, she got one daughter dead. She died.
Okay.
I think Kat lives in California.
No, is that right?
Yeah, I think she lives in California. She had one daughter that lives in California.
Oh, okay. All right.
And she had Diane and the baby girl. I think that was the one that died. They lived in Warren. All of it was very big athletics. All of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got trophies. They run track and they got all kinds of trophies.
I remember going there one Easter, but I don't remember too much about it. But I know we went there one Easter.
So I think that's about it. All of that stuff is history.
Right.
Yeah, for someone that knows more how to dig into each family. Right. If you go to Detroit, there, like you said, there's a history there.
Yeah, definitely.
To herself, and I'm pretty sure that she's pretty close to Africa. She would love that. She would love to have her there. Right. And then she get a chance to meet all of her children. She can see how big her family is.
Right, yeah.
Because I've never been to Frisco. I've never been to Frisco. Okay. That's what she said in Frisco.
So and then I remember when she had asked, or you said something about her dad, but you said you were having your operation around that time.
During the time he died.
That he died, yeah.
He died just up in the hospital at that time.
Okay, right.
Because that's in Frisco. We don't know, I don't know anyone in Frisco. Except them, right, yeah. Right. Well, except her and her mom. Right. The rest of them, I've never seen them. I mean, because Preston don't remember me. Okay. And she said that he was in Atlanta. Right, that's what she said. He's in Atlanta now. I think she told me he had four kids. Right. Yeah. She said she had 2 boys. 2 boys? Yeah, 2 boys. She didn't say whether or not she was married or not. Well, she was married for 10 years and then she got divorced. That's the game. Yeah. So now she's just helping her mom out with her mom. So once you moved to Rochester, your mom asked to come with you? Yes. Because actually Winston had left. I went to California. And I wasn't nobody home, but just had come back from New Orleans with the baby. Right. So actually the thing was getting worse and worse. Economically? Yeah, economically. Okay. So actually she wanted to come in. Okay. So actually I bought her a house. I bought the house down in Stewart. Right. And she died. Right. And they said they taking her back to her. Was that her? That obviously was her request. Yeah, she wanted to go back. Yeah. Well, actually, what had happened is she knew more people there. Right. So the church that she grew up in, that's the church she wanted to be utilized. I see. Okay. So we taking her back there because everybody knowing her back there because she grew up there. People see her, the only people that she met here, the people that I know, few people that she had a chance to meet them. She died. Madison. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. That's around in the bowl. That was it. Yeah. The bowl out there. Yeah. No extra that was it. Down there, they see everybody around there know them because of this background of the dad, of our grandfather, and Lindsey and all. Right. Yeah. You're right. Like nobody knew. So other than that, no, that's good. Okay. So if you can talk to your mom, you ask her some of the same questions. Sure. Yeah, she can give you a little bit more because you spend more time. Yeah. Than I did. Because after I turned 17, 16, after I traveled, I come back long enough to find another place to go. If I couldn't, I was too young to really beat to do anything.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
but you'd work to get the money from where though?
Yeah, from where though? Yes, and go someplace else. You get there and you find out that things were just about the same there. They were there, so I mean, actually, that nobody's like mom and dad.
Oh, definitely, yeah. What was your dad like?
My dad was a hard-working man. He was a very quiet, very strict.
Big man, little man.
He was about, y'all figure what he was.
Okay. He's a little guy.
Yeah, so Winston didn't go until he got old. Winston used to be short just like my mother was kind of tall.
Right, okay.
He's kind of tall and heavy. Right. But Dad used to be a little Humpty Dumpty man.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so Winston taking after him until he got old. When he started getting old, he started growing again.
All right. You said he was a strict man, though.
Yes.